They're going with that one. I can't put into words how I felt when, oh, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do, nobody else. Hey, Sissy Miller, get that money, T baby. I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get that money. Hey, Amanda Millet. Is it Millet? I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Thank you for coming in and saying hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna have to charge my phone soon because I'm on my phone, right? Well, I have my phone on me, and it's like, and it dies quick throughout the day since I'm here in surgery and whatever, and I using their Wi-Fi. But that's your phone is how they connect with you. They call you and all that. They communicate with you. They don't have Vorceras here, which is really not okay, but whatever. But yeah, but I hope you guys are doing great. How are you, Cincy Miller? You said sing it, baby. I know that's right. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Oh, that's like the intercom thing. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Cause it's a Terrence kind of what? It's a Terrence kind of hey. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Doesn't matter what you bring. Come and watch him do his thing. Cause it's a Terrence kind of thing. Hey. Boom, 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 baby. You just started working. No, Sissy Miller. No, it's 7:49 p.m. I'm Eastern Standard Time Zone. I still feel like I'm in the South though because I'm in Florida. But no, I've been here at work. Actually, I got here at work at 10 o'clock this morning. At 10 o'clock this morning, I got here at work. It's a Terrence kind of thing. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. You guys, if you're in here, double tap that screen for me. I don't care if you're new, you're old, you're just kind of like browsing, not even subscribed, but go ahead and double tap that screen for me. Double tap the screen. I need more thumbs up. I'm hearing people talk. But thank y'all so much. Thank you. Nasal endoscopy with controlled bilateral epistaxis, nosebleed bilateral. It's been a day. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. Okay, now I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna look at, make sure with the time, and then I'm gonna go in and check and see if I have any emails and also any virtual lead education, cause I be on it. You know what I'm saying? Like we had like this huddle meeting this morning. She's like, "Oh, some of you guys still have education," and I'm like, "I know she ain't talking about me, but I just be want to make sure because I like to dot my I's, cross my T's before I say anything. I want to be 100% sure, 100% sure. Not 95, not 96, not 98, not 99.9. 100% sure before I say anything. And that way, it's I'm not nobody's perfect, but that's way that way it keeps you out of trouble. A lot of people talk, they speak, and they react and all that stuff. Before thinking and before fact checking and things and stuff. That's how people get stuff confused with social media. You be like, oh, so and so was killed by did this, or so and so got in trouble, or so and so did this, and folks be speaking on stuff and don't even know all the logistics and all the details of things. And I'd be like, why do you do that? Why do people do that? I've had so I used to do that myself, and I was checked by that, and it's like, no, I have to make sure what I'm saying is fact. You know what I'm saying? And so it is what it is. It's what it is. How long is your shift today? Okay, I work I get off work, okay, tonight, Lord willing, is gonna be 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock. So I have a little bit over what 3 more hours left. Yeah, and we got a couple more cases. But I had just recently got out of a case. I had just got. I'm sorry, my leg is itching. My leg is itching. I promise you, I take a bath. I don't know. I think I'm telling you. I think it's these scrubs. My face broke out. Um, it's the scrubs. It's the mask. Everything. It's people in there. People come here. Oh gosh, this one lady wears this perfume that is just irritating. I'm thinking about it now, and it irritates me. But also, I feel like they got. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like mean or nasty, but there are bugs, insects in hospitals. That's why they have bug lights, because people have to come from the outdoor inside. And so doors are constantly being open and closing, so insects get in, right? Now I wouldn't sit up here and talk about this hospital like this, like, oh my gosh, the surgery department is dirty. No, it's very clean, but there are bugs sometimes that kind of get back, And I'd be like, I think it's mosquitoes and stuff that's biting the hell out of me. I don't know. I'm just saying. But I had just finished a case, and it was obviously one of the biggest cases, and they always throw my ass in these cases. I'm not complaining about that, but what I'm complaining about, it is a complaint. Hey, blessings, how you doing? So you first assist on emergency situations too? Oh, absolutely, Sister Miller, absolutely, um, absolutely, without a doubt, without a doubt. A lot of things, like for instance, today, I did all elective cases. I did a couple of like add-ons, but they're not like trauma. But definitely, I do a lot of assisting on emergency cases. It's like last week. Whoo, last week was crazy. It was not fun. It was not fun. This week is definitely a lot better. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I'm telling you, I don't know. I think something. You know how something bites you, and maybe it's in this damn room. I don't know, y'all. I'm telling you, it's just weird. It's weird. Um, but yeah, I assist on like every specialty. I was just talking to a nurse about that, and I was saying how you know what some people like to just do one thing and to each his own. But if like I had a student last night, and we were doing this. I don't want to discuss y'all and stuff, but we were doing this case where anyway, this patient had blockage. Wasn't using the restroom, had blockage, had to do like a fecal impaction, basically go in, remove the feces. All right. Now I'm trying to be professional. I don't want to discuss nobody, but I do a lot of different things. I see a lot of stuff. But so anyway, that patient is doing well now. Thank God. Still in house, not discharged yet, but doing well. But the student in there was just like getting sick and nauseous and this and that and said, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, no, listen, this you being put onto this case, I didn't make your assignments, but you're being put with me. I'm gonna need you to, I'm gonna need you to kind of, like I understand it's a little disgusting, but I'm gonna need you to go to like a place in your mind where you know you can do this, because if you can't be in this case. I can't have you vomiting or whatever. I can't have you passing out if you can't do it. I don't want to kick you out, but I want to know that you're able to do it. And also, this is nothing compared to what you're going to see within your career if you choose to do so, because you're still in school. And she was like, I think I can do it. I was like, you know what? I know you can do it. And so she's like, thank you so much. And long story short, she ended up doing a great job. She did get a little nauseous, but so did some of the old school nurses in the room, because the smell was atrocious. But at the same time, y'all, we're in a field where I don't know. I'm looking at some of these people in nursing homes and stuff, and I go in when my mom's mother was in there, and how they was like, ew, we gotta clean Miss blah, blah, blah. I'm like, And I'm sitting up here, I'm like, I'm super young, and I'm looking at them like, this is your job. Like, I dare you shun them and talk about them and just not do your job. But that's really where we're at in the world. Some people, they get into these professions and they can't do it. And that's just what it is. They can't do it. They don't have the stomach for it. They don't have the patience for it, and it is what it is. It's horrible, but that's what it is. But my whole focus is I want to branch out. I want to learn everything that I can possibly learn. I am forever going to be a sponge, so I will soak up all the knowledge and the things that I don't know, and I will apply the things that I do know. I must say I get like a lot of slack sometimes because of that, because they're like, oh, well, so and so requested you, so and so requested you. They started. I'm like, okay, you can't get mad because they requested me, but also they can't get mad because I can't be at all places at once. I'm not God. Anyway, it is what it is. I look at me and say, I stay in my lane. I mind my business. That's what I do. Um, uh, wait, you said wait. Oh, my sister live. Oh, okay, awesome. Um, hey, Blessing Hot Topics Part Two. How you doing, Blessings? Blessing says, "Hey y'all, hey, oh, thank you for coming in." Sister Miller said, "Hi, Blessings." Blessings Hot Topic says, "Green alcohol. I got some. I got the rubbing green alcohol. I'm gonna have to put someone. I put someone last night, but I didn't go walking or nothing like that and stuff. Whatever. I just did P90X when I got back to the condo. But I'm telling you, I when I just get to work, I just start itching. I think so. I know for a fact these scrubs. I'm kidding. I kid you not. These scrubs, like they I actually asked the guys, and well, a couple guys, and it was a girl, that do laundry or whatever. They said, yeah, they wash it. They have us like wash. They put vinegar in it, and you could smell the vinegar in the scrubs. I don't know why, but it is what it is. But I do feel like, because I don't have an undershirt on and stuff. I used to have undershirts and all that, but now it's like I've lost so much weight, and I just be feeling myself more. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that. But also, I must say, even with the undershirts, when I was back at Lee Memorial, I didn't like it because it my clothes, my own personal clothes, would smell like the vinegar. Ugh. And I love vinegar and all that stuff, as far as food and stuff, but or like dressings and things and stuff. But I don't want to wear it. I don't want to smell like it. But yeah, I think that's kind of irritating my skin too. But it is what it is. But also, y'all can see I'm like kind of like a little scruffy, and sometimes when my beard grows back in, I get like hair bumps and things or whatnot. I don't know, but it is what it is. But it'll be all right. I did find some black bar soap last night when I got off work, went to Walmart, found a black bar soap. I use it like 6 times already. I actually I got two bars of it. I have a bar here and a bar back home. So yeah, I wash my face periodically when I'm at work because I be putting those masks on, and I wash my face. I sure do. But you're right. The green alcohol, that rubber alcohol will definitely help as far as these mosquito bites and me itching and everything. The sight of blood makes me nauseous. In your opinion, would you recommend that I continue to pursue sterilization process and technician? Sissy Miller. So I like to say technologist because you're gonna go to school for it. Okay, so that's technician. No disrespect to people that are technicians, but technicians pretty much are on the job trained. Technologists are the ones that go to school. Okay, study of. Ologist is study of. So I say technologist because I'm a certified sterile processing technologist myself because my ass went to school. Okay, but I would want to encourage you to say, do it. You can do it, but you're gonna see some blood. You may see some bones. You may see tissue. A lot of the times, if I just did a revision of a knee. I just did a total knee arthroplasty, a revision of a total knee arthroplasty. So the patient already had a TKA, which is the total knee arthroplasty. So had the new femur, new tibia, and a new patella with instrumentation, with implant, obviously in instrumentation. But it was infected, and so we put in new poly, new femur, no patella, and obviously cemented that, and that was just it was a lot. It was a lot to do that case. I ain't lying. It was a lot. It was stressful, but we got through it. But when I say a lot, it was very bloody, a very bloody procedure, very, very, very dirty procedure. Two tables stacked full of instruments and all that. Very, very tense, very stressful, but it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not going to be the last time I'll do something like that. I might even do a case that's worse than that. It just comes along with the situation. But I pushed all those things. Now, me, I break down the back tables and I place these instruments back. I spray them really good because, like I said, I also know, like I call the sterile processing, okay, Sissy Miller, which you will be, the sterile processing department is the backbone of surgery. So I don't want to sit up here and just have all my instruments all nasty and dirty. I want to really properly clean them to the best of my ability, spray the enzymatic cleaner on it to make sure they do go through the processing department that is easier for them to assemble and clean, and re-sterilize. And but with that being said, it's still gonna be you probably still see some bone, you're gonna see some bones, some human tissue, some blood and all that. And you kinda gotta, I don't know, you just kinda, I don't know. Like some people say they pretend that it's like chicken or something, because you have when you get chicken and chicken breast and all that stuff, raw, like from the grocery store, you can see the tendons and the ligaments and even blood and all that. So I think if you look at it from that perspective, you might be okay. But I'm going to encourage you to still go. Like, do not stop. Don't like. I don't want you not to pursue that because you get nauseous. I think you can come above that. You can come out of that definitely. I must say I've never in my life got nauseous with anything. I say even when I see roadkill, I don't want nobody talking about some Jeffrey Dahmer though, because I didn't pick up the roadkill and surgically go in and start doing stuff with the dead raccoons and stuff. But I can just look at it, and it never made me queasy. I it never made me queasy. Like I don't know, like I've cleaned, my grandparents, for instance, and helped them and bathed them and other family members and stuff, like older family members. I volunteered in nursing homes. I took a pleasure of doing that. Cleaning patients, making sure patients were okay, like cutting nails and grooming and all of that. Even my mom, when she was diagnosed with cancer, after the chemo, and then when she became like very weak, my mom couldn't get up, and I said, "Mom, you better lay down." And you use the restroom, and I got you. She was like, "Oh, I don't." I said, "Mom, if you don't stop, you cleaned my ass many a times." And I know my mom, when I was young, my mom said, "Boy," she was like, I was younger, and as I'm getting older, she was like, "Who when you and your damn sister was younger, y'all shit like grown folks." So, but anyway, I'm not sad when I talk about this. It actually brings smiles to my heart, obviously upon my face. But yeah, it's a pleasure to be able to have done that, and I'll do it again. But that part, and I've checked so many doctors, I've checked so many people, and I know they're probably, not like today, but I know like over the years they probably have talked about me in a bad way, maybe in a respectful way too. But I can't stand when people talk down on people in that type of situation too, because sometimes a patient, you get older or whatever the case may be, you have an illness, you cannot control bowel movements or, using a restroom or just bodily functions. Sometimes things happen and they shouldn't feel bad about that. I remember I was on vacation with my sister, my older sister Keisha, and came down, and they was in this, her and her husband had this bougie ass Airbnb, whatever. I mean, expensive ass place. But anyway, we had our own pool with the house, but then also they had a big pool at like like at the main entrance, a bigger pool. So I remember the kids wanted to go to the bigger pool, and we all sat out there. I had some. We all got drinks and stuff, whatever. Adult beverages. I was on vacation with my sisters and her. My brother-in-law. So I treated myself to some Coronas. Okay, but I remember I had gotten in the pool. I had got out. I just like in the pool just for a moment with the kids and playing, and there was this little baby, not baby, I say baby, but it was a kid, maybe probably like Kelsey age. I say 8 or 9 years of age. He got in and he had threw up. Now, I mean, probably just got a little sick, but I can't tell you how that pissed me off. Not the fact that he threw up, and then because when you throw up in a pool like that, you gotta like a public pool, you gotta get everybody out, and it's gonna take. You're gonna close the pool down because it's gonna take a minute to actually clean properly, re-clean this pool. It doesn't, it ain't just like, oh, let's just get wherever he threw up or whatever. It was just it's more than that. Anyway, the point is how some of the older kids and even the adults were like talking about the kid and upset about the situation. And I had to go over. I was like, and I can't help it. I said, somebody gonna probably try to beat my ass. They better try hard, okay? Because hell, I ain't gonna go down without a fight. But I told one of the and I'm not trying to be not a race thing, but it was like this white family or whatever and stuff. And of course, the kid is like Mexican and Mexican family. But yeah, they were just. I was like, that's not nice. And Keisha looked at me like, oh Lord. I was like, that's not nice. I was like, that's a baby. At the end of the day, that's a baby. That's a child. Yes, I'm like, okay, that's because Kelsey would never, if she felt sick and stuff, she ain't, she gonna get her ass out the damn pool. But that's still a little kid, and y'all older, and this kid is embarrassed. I told y'all when I was bullied in school and I had used the restroom on myself. Number two, and I remember my dad's aunt, you know, she picked me up and all that stuff, and she, like I said, I tell this story to get an understand for people to understand and get an insight on things. But she cleaned me like literally in public. Like she pulled my pants down, wiped my ass in public, and in front of kids, in front of the community, in front of the neighborhood. And it was very traumatizing, right? And I'm like I said, I forgave her. She has passed on, and like I said, my mom did handle that. My mama beat her ass. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is like yes, I was older, like older as in like, okay, I think I was like at that time, I think I want to say I was 7 or 8 actually. Yeah, I was younger than Kelsey, but again, being bullied and kids just being mean and stuff, whatever, like it bothered me mentally, and then I do that, I kind of got nervous. But anyway, long story short is like that's not how you deal with stuff. Like some people go through things, or kids, people, whoever the case may be. You don't just kick people while they down, or make people feel like, or make them feel worse than what they already feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what she did, and that's what those people did, and that's what people do. And even in the field, like I said, in which I work in, some like it's sad to say, but people do that. People do that, and they shouldn't do that, but it does happen. But anyway, like I said, I'm gonna continue to be the difference. I'm gonna set the example. I'm going to pay it forward. I'm gonna be respectful. I'm an ass. I'll snap on somebody in a heartbeat. I really will, and vice versa. If I'm in the wrong, snap on my ass. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm raised different, and that's how I just have to. I have to accept that, because it's like everybody ain't on that level. And I'm not trying to say, oh my gosh, I'm the greatest, I'm this. I'm Terrence. But I'm accountable, and I'm gonna hold you accountable. So as I speak and as I talk, like I'm telling you, we had a patient. They call it cold brown, and I'm just like, okay, let's get some more. Let's get some warm. Let's get some wipes. Let's get some warm. Tissues, like and towels and things. I'm just like in my head. Some people in the room, oh my god, oh my god. I'm like, could you grow up? And before I know it, it's like I have a regurgitation of my words, because I can't stomach bullshit. I can't stomach it. It's funny how people can't stomach the nasty things in surgery. And I know since the middle, I didn't got onto a whole different tangent, right, of level of whatever. But please continue sterile processing technology. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think you'd be an asset. I feel like we can't have enough people in different levels of the medical field, and that's a huge thing. And I would love for you to tell me, oh, that's what I'm doing now, Terrence. I would love that, and I know you'll be just fine. It's mind over matter. It's a mindset. But absolutely, those people like, oh my gosh, this is so disgusting. I'm like, how did you make it this far? How are you in the operating room? How are you doing this? How are you doing this? It's just like an anesthesiologist who gets queasy or they're freaked out about saliva. I'm like, you're an anesthesia. You put patients to sleep, so you gonna smell some damn funky breath. You probably gonna get spit on. You gonna get coughed on. You deal with sputum awfully a lot. Like this is normal. They're just like I can go on and on and on, but a respiratory therapist, dealing with the respiratory, the respiratory system, and sometimes these patients have like trach, like a tracheostomy or trach put in, and they may have mucus or buildup or whatever the case. I don't want to discuss anybody, make anybody, oh my gosh, because I know some of y'all are not, y'all ain't with that, but it's my point is this. This is the field you're in. This is the specialty that you're dealing with. This is the norm for you. Why are you freaking out? It's like it's almost like, okay, if a barber say, oh my gosh, like I can't stand the sound of a razor, but you cut hair for a living. Like it's just, I don't know. It is some weird ass people in this world that we reside in at the moment. You said Chris says Terry Josie is like, oh, thank you so much for coming here. I appreciate that. Iron sharpens irons. Iron sharpen irons. Sister Millie, to you. Salute to you for helping people. Thank you so much, Sister Millie. I appreciate that. Nola 504 says hi. Hello, Nola 504. Big T, not the little. Thank you. Cancer family over everything. Wow. Sissy Miller said, RIP Mother T, you raised a king. Thank you so much for saying that. Hey, Carmen says, hi, Terrence. You go, Terrence. Thank you so much, Carmen. I appreciate you. Linda Green says, continue to be you, Terrence. Thank you so much, Linda. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Y'all, one moment. Don't go nowhere. Sorry. Somebody's texting me. They texting my phone. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry. I be getting text messages, and I still need to I still need to see about the email and about the education. Um, original Foxy lady. Thanks for the last. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I appreciate that. When you say that, it makes me smile and laugh. I love that. I love making people laugh too. I really do. I'm a goofball. I mean, let me tell you how serious I am. And I think, folks, I got a lot of people here confused, by the way, but it should be no confusion because in surgery, that's not a time for playing. You know what I'm saying? It's a time for, okay, get real, show up, show the hell out, and get on about your business. Like, for instance, so I'm doing this case, from the get-go, it was just stressful because it's people that come in there and be like, I don't work with this doctor. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know this. Well, I don't work with the doctor that much, but I mean, I'm going to look at the preference cards to the best of my ability. I know that I'm a strong, I know that I know that I have like a strong idea and mindset about the procedure, and we're going to be okay. Like, you don't have to come with excuses. I don't know. It is what it is, but I mean, whatever. Because I mean, I'll pass the case, but so they say that, and then it's like now you joking, you playing, you're not, you're just not helping like you should. And then okay, somebody else comes in, this person comes in, and just like being completely inappropriate, playing games, doing this, just being a distraction. And I just have to, and me, like I'm telling you, like Like I have to tell people, like even one of the guys was like, "You so nice." I said, "Please stop saying that. You thinking that I'm nice is gonna get your damn feelings hurt. Cause one day you gonna say something, and then I'm gonna check your ass professionally, and you gonna be like, "Oh, he's a stuck-up asshole. He's this. He's not nice." Why am I not nice? Because I stand up for what I believe in. Why am I not nice? Because I'm not gonna let you run over me. Why am I not nice? Because I'm stopped. Because I stop and I'm serious at times. I don't laugh at everybody quirky ass jokes. So that makes me mean. That makes me rude. I'm not rude. I'm not. I'm not rude. I'm not nice. I'm a good person. I'm a good person. That's like how that's how I like to put it. I'm gonna say this. I feel like the nice people who let folks run over them, it's like how I used to be, and let people dictate their every move, and let people tell them what they should or should not do. I'm telling you, they always get walked over, and no more of that. I'm a good person, but miss me with that nice shit. Because like you thinking that honestly, and I tell everybody this now, you thinking that really is gonna set up, it sets the tone. And because I'm telling you, folks think that they can just talk to you any kind of way. They think that they can just do whatever they want to do. And that's just like people that come in your space. Linda, I know you commented on that about, well, don't be antisocial or whatever and stuff. And I was like, I promise you, I'm not antisocial. I'll talk you out of a house and a home. I'll talk you up out of your oxtails over rice and gravy. I lick my lips because I wouldn't mind some oxtails right now. But no, but honestly, all jokes aside, like I don't like, I don't want to be in people's space, and I don't want people in my space, and I don't want that to be looked as okay, I'm a bully or a mean. Like I'm anti-bullying for sure. I'm anti-mean for sure. I'm real, and I think I've done content about this. I think when people are real and they let you know really what's on their mind, like for instance, my sister say, "Oh, how do I look in this?" Okay, do you want me to be honest? Because if I'm gonna be honest, and maybe you won't like what I got to say, and that's just what it is. I mean, I go to y'all. I say when I say, "Hey, rate my video, rate the dance, or how do I look in this, or whatever." I'm. This is not rhetorical. I really want your 2 cents. I want your opinion about whatever. And if I can't take that feedback, well, I shouldn't want to ask that, or I shouldn't want to put that out there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that people have to work on. Like, if you don't want if you don't want people giving you their opinions, or their people gonna give opinions no matter what, but don't ask people for it. If you or don't do that where you're asking questions and you don't want the truth, because I'm gonna give you the truth. I'm not gonna give you what I think that you want me to tell you. And I think that's what's wrong with society. That's what's wrong with people. That's what, like this student that came in one day. Now this is the same student that I worked with last night who ended up doing a great job on that fecal impaction case. I mean, she did a great job. Yes, she got little queasy, little nauseous, but that's to be expected. Even though I never did, but I can't compare people to me because I'm different, right? No two people are the same. But last week, she got to talking and singing, and the song come on because the doctor loved playing music and stuff. He play all the pop rock, and I love that music too. I mean, you got the Backstreet Boys, you got Blackstreet, you got, the old Monica, and all that, Brandy playing and Britney Spears. I mean, so she's singing and dancing. I'm like, okay, that's fine, but I'm gonna need you to pay attention because when he asks for this and this and this and that, you got first and foremost, you need to be able to anticipate, and almost to the point where you need to know what he needs before he even knows what the hell he needs. And somebody gonna say that's impossible. The devil is a damn lie. That's very possible because I do it every day. When you have mastered your craft and you continue to study, because what I do is a constant study. You're constantly studying, you're constantly practicing. And so when you continue to master that and you live in that, you become better. It's not about boasting and bragging. It's about, just it is what it is. You're doing your job. And so when you do your job, that's what you get. That's how I look at it. But yeah, she was always 2 steps behind. And of course, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you sink because I feel like when you do that, when you have students and stuff, and you're the I'm the or I'm the I am the or I am the teacher. She's a teachee. Let me say it like that. Well, I'm the teacher. She's a student. She's the orientee, and I am the person who is given. I am the preceptor. She is the orientee. I'm the teacher. She's a student. And if I let her sink, and so sometimes some people got to realize, that sink or swim type mindset. Sometimes the patient can affect the patient. So I'm never going to sit up here and let her purposely give something wrong, and if it's going to harm the patient, never. But as far as the instrument, say the doctor wants a hemostat and then she hands the coker, I'll let her give that coker, okay, because she needs to learn to pay attention to listen. And what happens once she gave that coker? The doctor was like, I said coker. I didn't say a hemostat. I need a coker. The face turns red. She's shamed. But at the end of the day, it's accountability. You up here singing. I think sometimes it's owned by Britney Spears. Sometimes I run, sometimes I hide. Sometimes I'm scared of you. But all I really want is to hold you tight, treat you right, be with you day and night. Baby, all I need is time. I love that damn song. I be want to sing, but it's like I'm gonna pay attention, and so I had to tell her. And it was you can hear a pin drop in the case. I said, listen, I said, I understand you want to sing, I understand you want to dance, I understand the music is fun, but you need to pay attention. Pretend that there's no music on. You need to pay attention. You need to listen, watch, understand what's going on. Be focused, pay attention, so you can anticipate the next step. I said him asking for a coker. I knew he needed a coker before he was going to ask for it, because we were getting onto fascia. So he's going to take a coker and put it on the fascia. It's just that simple. But of course, I've been doing this for multiple years. She's a student. I get the fact that she's going to have to take time to understand and grasp. But here's the ticket, and this is what people are going to say, Terrence, you're comparing again. But when I was in school, I would have known the damn. I known that when I was in school as well. Again, you have people who maybe they learn a little slower, but at the end of the day, I just feel like in this case, you're just not paying attention. And I had to say that. I had to tell her to pay attention and focus. And after the case, she says, I'm so sorry. I said, no. I said, you don't ever have to apologize. I just want you to be mindful. Be mindful in this case. I want you to be mindful. And she was like, yes, sir. Thank you so much. And like I said, I was just so proud of her last night. I mean, did a great job and really stuck in there and did that case. And it was a bunch of fecal matter. And she was in it. She was in it. She did a great job. And that's going to give her confidence, and it's going to boost her to become even better. And this is going to be our future. All right, this is going to be our future. So when you guys go to those Mickey D's and you go to, those retail stores, or you go to like I don't know, a fairground or whatever, amusement park, wherever you go in life, hospitals, clinics, wherever you go, here on YouTube even, and you see people and how they conduct themselves, and the unprofessionalism, and the spazzing out, and just being irrational. Maybe they had a real sucky, maybe they had sucky teachers, you know what I'm saying? And those teachers had sucky teachers. It's a domino effect. And what I want is to change. And I had a lot of things. That's why I love watching Peach McIntyre and stuff, because she talk about breaking those generational curses and stuff. And Lord is my witness, Josie, Keisha, myself, we can relate to that. We've had a lot of things in our life happen to us. Some things I don't care to share. Some things I did share already, but those are in some older videos and stuff. So y'all just watch the old content. But at the end of the day, we're overcomers. We overcame a whole lot because we know we can, and that's how our mom and dad raised us. And we're not going to fall prey to that. I'm not going to sit up here, like, I understand people say hurt people hurt people. Well, I agree with that, but in my life, like I was bullied, I was hurt awfully a lot in a lot of different ways, and I've never hurt people like that. I'm gonna do the exact opposite. I now know, okay, how you should treat people, how you should do people. Like for instance, like I've had a situation when, say, like a cousin of mine, or I'd even say sometimes, like, okay, when say I babysit, and say when my nieces and nephews are a little bit younger and maybe had an accident, I'm not going to sit up here and make them feel worse because they had this accident. I'm going to tell them that it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Maybe drink a little bit less. Just be careful. Try not to do that and stuff. But it's not. I'm not going to make it seem like, oh, like, okay, you're an idiot. You're this. You're that, and make them feel like anything but less than great. Life happens, things happen in life, and I think as they get older, they're going to realize that, wow, I had such a patient uncle. Will uncle spaz out? Uncle will spaz out. They know that. But it does take quite a bit, and I just feel like that goes into work. I mean, you guys, I work not just, okay, here. It's a lot of brilliant people here. It's a lot of brilliant people in the healthcare field, but it's people that I have worked beside. I mean, I work at a lot of hospitals, a lot of states, and I'm like, just a minor thing will set them off, and I'm just like, oh Lord, wow. How are you in this position if you can't handle constructive criticism, or just feedback, or just, how can you not, how is it that I can confront people but you can't confront people? I don't know, but it is what it is. To each his own. Like I said, life is very it's unpredictable, and I think as we progress with our careers, it becomes unpredictable as well. Okay, let me go back to the comments again. But Sister Millie, I hope you're still in here, and I hope you heard me. I want you to keep going. I want you to keep going. Carmen, thanks again for being in here. I don't like blood, so no surgery for me, but I like making patients feel good. That's awesome, original Foxy Lady. Wow. Well, that's a beautiful thing, and I think that we can make patients, we can make each other, we can make people in life feel good. It doesn't have to be anything medically. I there's this secretary here at the hospital, and I walk past her, quite often sometimes, and her smile is just so amazing, and her smile, and just her attitude, her energy. I also remember working in Portland, Maine. Oh my gosh, y'all. And I would go to, she worked in the sterile processing department, and this young woman, when I tell you her name was Angel, her name is Angel. She was an angel. She is an angel. This woman, and I would go in, and I sometimes I'd be frustrated. I need this, I need this. And the doctor said he need this, and I need this. And I'd be like very, I'd be professionally aggressive, and to the point. I wouldn't go in and be like, oh hi, how you doing? I'm gonna need this. Could you please get, I'd be very direct. And sometimes when you're very direct with people, they become offended, you know. But people can be direct with me all day. I mean, I've had like so many people be direct with me. I'm never offended. Why would I take offense to that? But again, it's just different people in the world, and that's what I got to understand. I have to understand that, and I do understand it. But it's just like, why, God, why? Because it's like they can be direct with me, but once I'm direct with them, they're like, you can't talk to me that way, or why are you, talking to me? I'm like, you were direct with me, but I'm just being direct with you. I don't understand it. Like, I'm not being mean. But again, some people feel like you are being mean, and I'm not trying to say people here just think, "Oh my gosh, I'm mean on this." Though a lot of people say, "Oh my gosh, he's so nice, he's so friendly," but he will tell you. I know one lady was, that's how she described me, but he will tell you, what's on his mind and what he needs, and he wouldn't think twice about it. You better believe it. Not when it. Let me tell you why I don't think twice about it. I don't think twice about it because the reason being is because sometimes, like, if I thought twice about it, it would be bad for, like, say, patients or whatever. So you can't do that. You can't do that. Just try to be mindful, respect people, And I think that's the main thing, and I don't know. At the end of the day, that's just again, it's how my mama raised me. I'm weird. I'm weird. Hey, Hope George. It is what it is. Right? Don't you hear that a lot? It is what it is. Isn't that interesting how you hear that so much? It is what it is. You hear that so much. I've been chatting for apply you like you said you don't want to be close to anybody that does not mean you're rude and it's very bad. Absolutely, but it's fine. You're from Nigeria. That's awesome. Wow. Oh my gosh. Um, a high brand person, his girlfriend, and the girlfriend found it out it was fake. So what do you think about that one? The girl has the right of saying to or the boyfriend try. Wait, hey Terrence, a boyfriend gave a high brand purse to his girlfriend at the girl, and the girlfriend found it was fake. So what do you think about that one? The girl has the right of saying or the boyfriend tried. Well, is he does he know that it's fake? Does he know that what he giving her is fake? And is he telling her is he telling her that okay, well, oh, I'm giving you this this is real, but he knows it's fake because that's a lie. And a lie is a lie. I mean, absolutely. I don't think he's in the right if he's lying. Now, if he didn't know it was fake, now that's a different story. But if he knew it was fake, that's wrong. You shouldn't mislead people. Remember that one when you I got the rest, I got the best diss track. Is it me, the dog lover? It's they say it's what International Dog Day. Remember that one video when you were like, I got the best diss track? I don't remember that. Hello, hey, Andrea, how you doing? Okay, so sometime I feel that you don't need to listen to people because you're doing that. You are hurting yourself. Hey again, Amanda. Hey, Carmen. Oh, you said I don't know, but the girl is very mad. Well, I mean, okay, but I'm just saying, she's mad, but did she know that did he know that it was fake? Because I don't know. I mean, that's I had to know a little bit more detail because he probably didn't know it was fake. I mean, my ex girlfriend, I ain't buying. I didn't look. Well, I bought. I look. I ain't gonna lie. I did buy her a nice, expensive computer, but I'm not gonna buy her no freaking expensive purse and stuff. And but even I don't even know what are expensive purses. I don't know. Keisha and Joseph got. I think what is it, Louis Vuitton or something? I don't know this. I don't know all the labels and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. But um, but but my deal is I probably get in trouble because I don't know buy something and then not be the real thing. So I don't know. So maybe that's what his situation is. But what about if he did that? Okay, so if he did know, absolutely, she has every right to be upset because at the end of the day, he lied. You don't have to lie. Stop lying. So don't lie. And that's just and that would be embarrassing. Especially, like I said, if he's saying, okay, oh yeah, this is name brand. I know, or I paid this much and you paid maybe $20 compared to 200 or whatever. Like, it's no need to lie because if you lie about that, you'll lie about anything. Like I told you, the only thing I stole in my life was that caramel sucker when I was small. And my mama beat my ass. And she made me go back to the store and tell the people who were so nice. I remember it was EJ Quick Stop. I know Josie, if I know Josie and Keisha remember that, my sisters. And I don't know what compelled me to do it. I just saw the sucker and I just wanted to take it. And at the time, it was like 5 cents. Now you go into that store, you'd be lucky to see because it's Mississippi. It was country, a little country store, and I don't know why I took that. I say took. I don't know why I stole that sucker, but I'm telling you, I just can't. It's just not in my heart. It's just not okay. And then also, you ever got the feeling where because I was scammed and I was looking for that, looking for like because I was in the stay, hotel, And when I was looking for like an apartment and all that stuff, condo or whatever, and I was scammed about almost 3,000. That feeling is just horrible. People scamming you and lying and all that. I don't like that. I really don't like people that do that. You said that one lie. That's right, right? Experience is better. To enjoy time together, enjoy the moment. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely, Carmen. Absolutely. Yeah. I absolutely agree with you. Oh, but thank y'all so much. I appreciate you for spending a little time with me. God bless you all. Hope and pray that your evening continues to go well. And, remember, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. um, I, um, I don't know. I just feel super, super blessed. And I hope and pray you guys feel that as well. And like I said, sometimes, we're gonna deal with ups and downs. It's just a part of life. Um, you. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm here to work. So I like 11 o'clock. Yeah. So 11 o'clock. I clocked in at 10:23, and then so 11 is how I'll be here till 11, which is not bad. It's not bad. It's okay. It's all right. Hey Alvin. Hello. 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 Um, but yeah, yeah. So I think we are finished at the moment with the cases, but you never know. You can always get something. But yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. And like I said, I just feel blessed. I thank God. I hope and pray that you guys feel blessed as well. And please try not to stress. Stop stressing about the things that you don't have, and thank God for the things you do have. I think that's something that, my mom's alive. She would tell us so much like, stop worrying about that, and focus on what you do have. And so I remember when I was walking from the store this past weekend, and I was like, I was walking. I said, it's so crazy to have cars and this and that. But I was like, I remember when I was in college and I was walking from the grocery store, didn't have any of that, and it just. But me doing that this weekend, I was like, yeah, I'm not telling you, I felt so free and I felt so good. It feels good. So that's why I walk and I choose to do those things, because it also, I don't know, it's just something for me. It's like nostalgic, and it makes me appreciate, the things that I do have. And, I don't know. I know I sound crazy. Hey, Josie, I was talking about you. I love you so much. Hope and pray you're doing good. And your mom is looking at you. She feels proud of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for saying that. Thank you so much. Chris says, "Yo, Josie, Josie. Oh, so you were live. I love you so much. I'll catch that replay. I love you. I appreciate you. I miss you. I miss Jason Jr. I miss Jemiah. That girl is your twin. I miss all y'all so much. We will see each other soon. We will see each other soon. Even if I don't know, like even if I gotta fly to Mississippi, I think I can pull that off. Um, I love you. Thank you so much. And Josie said, "Hey, Chris. I was just in Josie's live. Oh, Chris told me you was live. Oh, thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate Josie. You don't have to come over. I'm about to end this, but I appreciate you so much. Okay, Terrence, have a great night. You have an even better one, Carmen. God bless you. Thank you so much. I love you. I love you, Josie. I really appreciate you all. Thank y'all for all that you do. I wanted to come over. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love and appreciate you all. Thank you for all that you do. Like I said, just try your best to, stress is inevitable, but let's try to manage it, okay? Let's not stress ourselves to a breaking point, because you know what? Everything will pass, all right? Again, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop. And what do, you guys? We are butterflies, baby. We are all things positive. We fly above all that negativity. We have an endless amount of possibilities. So, what does that mean? We can do whatever we put our minds to. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it, all right? Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Okay, Chelsea and Terrence, how both I guys always so happy. I appreciate that. Let me tell you, I can get crazy now, but life is short. Life is short. Josie know us losing our mom and to cancer. She is 51 when she passed away. It was so heartbroken. It was so heartbreaking, right? We're heartbroken over it, but we got to keep going, all right? Because that's just what my mom. Remember my mom when her mom passed, and our cousin Louise that came and told us. I always say Louise, our cousin, is like the angel of death. We love her so much, but it's like, oh Lord, she's coming around and somebody passed away. But I remember my mom on the bed and crying, but then, like, 30 minutes she's like, okay Joe, let's go. And I was like, what is my mom doing? She still had to get up. She still had to make sure we were fed and that we were taken care of, and she was such a queen, and I say is because I know she's still here with us, and as well as your loved ones that have passed on. Like I said, even my best friend, like I said, Antonio, he committed suicide, and I played so much tennis, with him, and entered, tournaments in this. But every time, like, so I'll be, Lord willing, it doesn't rain all weekend this weekend, but I'll be playing tennis. Because I played with this awesome dentist. He's actually he's from Miami. He comes here with his wife. They're going to be moving here, but the man plays really well. So and he thinks I play well. I think he's better than I am. But anyway, we're supposed to be hitting. But what was my point? What was I saying? But I think to sum it up, I guess what I getting at is just life is so short, and just appreciate it, and you have to understand that you just got to keep going, and that's pretty much it, you know. Tennis is fire. I love tennis. I love tennis. So just keep going. All right. I just want us to keep going, and it's all gonna be okay. Even I guess I was talking about Antonio. I was like, when I play with him, and we're hitting against each other, I'm like, oh my gosh. And sometimes, and this is like an older white guy, and I'm like, and I'm like, and I think I called him Antonio one day, but I feel like I see Antonio. I see him across, because we would play against each other a lot too. We enter tournaments. We played singles. We played doubles together. We won a lot of double tournaments, but we would also enter and we would be like against each other. So sometimes he beat me. I beat him more. He probably come in my dreams and I'd be like, "How you gonna sit up here and you telling this?" But I mean, it's the truth. But real talk, like I see him, across the way sometimes, and I just feel like, it's people, unfortunately, it's like they pass on, but it's like they're still here in spirit. And yeah, it's okay. And everything's good though. I promise you guys, I'm not sad. I'm not losing my mind. And because our mom Josie, Mama wouldn't have it no other way. She hell no, she gonna come. She gonna visit us and beat some sense into us. So you guys keep going. All right, life is filled with adversity. It is filled with a lot of sadness, but it's also filled with a lot of greatness. So keep going. All right, mind your damn business. All right, but keep going. Love and appreciate you all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.